Well, I'm really sorry once again, guy. Whoever you are, with all due respect, all respect shown, okay? But not a lot I can do. Well, I couldn't step on it in the first place. Looks like something's been rubbing against that as well. Looks like that's part of a monument now broken. Hi, if you're new, then how you doing, and thanks for tuning in, and hope you enjoy this. And if you're coming back, then welcome back, and thank you very much. It's been a little while since I've done a video. I've had a few problems lately, but all getting sorted out now, which is good, so back on it. Recently, this week, I've been to a place I wanted to go for quite some time, which was the old cemetery, the Camberwell Old Cemetery. I'll tell you a little bit about it. The old cemetery, located on Forest Hill Road, covers approximately 30 acres. It is part of the second wave of mid-19th century cemeteries in London, which were established to solve overcrowding in church graveyards. The Camberwell Cemetery Board was established in 1850, and it purchased the original site in 1855. Initially meadowland, it was designated as a burial ground of St Giles of Camberwell. The first interment took place on the 3rd of July 1856. Over the next 30 years, approximately 30,000 burials took place. The cemetery was expanded in 1874 by an additional 7 acres. By 1984, 110 years later, over 300,000 burials had taken place. Of note, there are 288 Commonwealth Service graves from World War I, a group of special memorials to 14 casualties buried during World War II, and a memorial dedication to 21 civilians killed in a Zeppelin raid on Camberwell in 1917. I wanted to come to this cemetery because there was a couple of reports from here about Dogman and werewolf sighting as well. Now, I featured both these reports in this video. I spoke about it, but the full in-depth report down to every minute detail I featured on a podcast, and which is on my podcast, The Interdimensional Voyages. You can find on YouTube and Spotify, and also it's under Folklore and the Old Shook, Dogman, Folklore and Old Shook. I'll put a link anyway to in the bottom of the description here, so that you can have a little listen if you want a bit more of an in-depth background on the story. But I briefly mention it on this video. This video is something that it wasn't quite what I was planning, simply because of what I found and what I saw. It really wasn't what I expected. And on this video you'll see strange flying, I don't know what to call it really, strange flying UAPs. I thought they were birds at first, but they were far too fast, because I shoot about 30 frames a second and I can only capture they're in shot for about 3 frames. They're really whizzing by, and they seem to be one and then going off into 4, splitting off into 4, but you'll see in the video. Also, I picked up an EVP, very clear one. I think it's really clear, but have a little listen for yourself. And also, most interestingly, I didn't see it at the time. It's only when I looked back and edited the video, I saw it's not a fox. What possibly could be a Dogman, a type 1, type 2. But anyway, enjoy the video. Please like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. Okay, it really helps the channel. Really want to try and push it so that I can get some more stuff out there and go a bit further afield for you guys, you know. And leave a comment if you specifically want to see something. You think I'm doing something the wrong way, you want it done another way, you want me to go to a certain place, let me know. Okay, anyway, enjoy the video, let me know what you think. A lot of water. It's just a fox going through there. Don't know if the camera picked that up, but it was a fox. Okay, I'm going to go back now. Can't believe there's so many graves here. Just swallowed up by the woods. Literally just swallowed up by the woods. Wow. This is where the famous sightings of the Dogman has been spotted in 19 70s and 90s, I believe. I did talk about it on a podcast I did. Huh? Do you know, I sometimes wonder, looking at places like this when I'm going around it, and just seems to me such an atmosphere, and I don't know, just strange things. Maybe it's because I'm actually out looking, and I have my mind open that you know, ghosts could exist. EVPs, the paranormal, in general. Maybe they recognise the fact that, you know, someone is open-minded enough to show themselves, or to even, I don't know, make it visible. You know, it's normally so tentative. Any little, any little knock and bang, and people generally kind of jump to the conclusion, oh, it's a ghost, it's a ghost. You know, there's something there. But I think by doing that, it's like kind of, it generates, it doesn't help matters. They don't want that. I think if you just go around with a bit of humility and think, well, okay, I'm going to go around with an open mind, and if something does happen and something does appear, then that's great. If it doesn't, then that's also great. Yeah, could it be that in South London a Dogman has been seen in these woods, in this cemetery? I would say, knowing that they, in a way, thrive and live off fear, they love the fact in scaring us. They get something from that. It's like a sustenance to them. It's like meat and drink. And I think this would be the ideal place. I do think this would be the ideal place for one. Plenty of population, surrounded by population, and rest assured at night, quiet. Let's have a look, see through here, see what's through here. Okay, it's interesting. Branch structures here. I remember where we are. We're in just over the Thames, south of London, in Camberwell Old Cemetery. Looks like something's been rubbing against that as well. Looks like that's part of a monument now broken. Okay, it's a nice little rest spot for Dogman. That would be a nice little rest spot for Dogman. Yeah. Okay, remember, if you hear anything, let me know. Let's carry on. Seems to be tombstones everywhere, just dotted around this woods. It's raining now. It's been sleeting for not sleeting, spitting with rain for a while. Just everywhere. Got another little path this way. Let's have a look. I'm really, really sorry if I'm stepping on your grave. I'm really sorry. Yeah, just take a shot there. So, can't believe they're just everywhere. Another, just spotted another branch, a branch break, which has been left in a tree here, which is unusual. I would say sign of cryptid, definitely. I've seen it before in many woods and forests where you get these branches and they're kind of just like broken off or picked up and just put. Put into trees. Okay. Let's get, yeah. I'm trying my very best not to tread on any graves, okay, but it's difficult to see. They're so overgrown with the woods. Heard a wood knock over there. Definitely heard a wood knock. Coming down really heavy now, the rain, but it's just such an interesting place. And also this place has definitely got or had very recently Dogman. You can feel it, you can feel a vibe to it. Very, very interesting place. So a lot of these graves are so old. I think 1800s, 17. I think they're actually 1800s. Most of these, some of the older ones. Yeah, I've got to go down here. Even though it's so muddy, can't help myself. All graves here, swallowed up by the woods. Well, it's really starting to rain now. Okay, march on. Well, it's really starting to rain now. Okay, march on. So, the story goes that a chap was walking through this cemetery using it as a shortcut, and as he was walking through, he something jumped on him. He said it was half man, half dog, very large, black, hairy, with muzzle entity. He thought it was a werewolf, and he sniffed him up and down, was drooling on him. He was absolutely in shock of his life. He was honest enough, truthful enough. He did say that he messed himself. Now he believes that this werewolf didn't do anything because he had an illness. And because he had an illness, it won't eat dirty meat. And a little while after, it jumped up and ran away. And there's another account of people who were walking on a road just over there, and as they were on the pavement walking adjacent to the cemetery, they heard very deep growling. Foot got stuck there. Very deep growling, and the tree they were passing nearby them was shaking violently. And that was also put down to the same werewolf or dogman. Now they are two separate entities, I believe. But only one that lived here. They're loners, they're not pack animals, these ones. I believe the type 2 is the one which is a quadrupedal that goes on all fours. Type 3, that's a loner. And type 1, quadrupedal as well. Actually, the type 2 can go up on two legs as well, but it prefers, when it's running, it prefers to be on 4 legs. Have a look down here, shall we? Wow. This place is so overgrown. Got to watch my step through here because there's lots and lots of vines, mud all over. Rubber tree slab. Okay. That just leads out onto the main path that I was on. See bits of tombstone down here, just laying around, cracks of it where it's cracked away and just left. And it's not anyone's fault, it's just it is so very, very old, and as it's expanded, the old part has been left. But it's so easy to hide in here. When you think, South London, very busy area, and I would say extremely easy to hide in here. Big enough, dense enough. Yeah, definitely. Okay, and then I'll be back. Okay, see you in a bit. Okay. So I would reckon when the guy was taking a shortcut through this wood cemetery, he came up one of either this path or the path which I showed you earlier. And I probably think this one. funny, it keeps coming down to rain and then sort of like stopping and just like spitting and then coming down really heavy again. But we're going to crack on anyway, because this is a lovely place. Love a path down there. Let's have a look down here. Yeah, I think that's where I'm going to get my feet wet, I reckon. Okay, made it. Yay! Don't know if you guys heard that. Huh? Don't know if you guys heard that. Sounded like a voice. Okay. Okay, I'm going to change the camera settings just so that it's not so concentrated on my voice. Okay, I can always do a voiceover afterwards because I think it'll work better. You can hear what's going on more. You don't want to hear me droning on. All right. Okay. Hopefully you'll be able to hear anything that there's any voices, knocks, bangs, anything at all, you'll be able to hear it. Seems like there's an urn down there as well. Okay, I'll try and get through here. Look, with all due respect, I'm very, very sorry. Very, very sorry for anyone that's buried there. I'm not standing on your grave, just going around it. Right, I'm just gonna, there you go, widen it out a bit. So you've got a tree bend here, going across. And this area here has been trampled down. There's like a few forest bay houses. Hang on, I'll show you. See what I mean? Right, look at this. Yeah, it's kind of cute. It's a proper little built house, that one. Really hope you enjoyed this video. I enjoyed making it. It's not something that I thought I was going to make it about. I encountered a lot more than what I banked on, but yeah, really enjoyed it. Really great fun. Very wet, very muddy, but hey, can't have it all. It's great. But thank you, like, subscribe, and share, and hopefully
really
see you
sorry
again.
once again, guys.
Okay, bye bye.
Whoever you are, with all due respect, all respect shown, okay?